Welcome to chillTV News of the Week. We're so fortunate to have two special guests on this week, Graham Dalton and Bill Lowe from Rail for the Valley. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So Rail for the Valley, I've heard about this, and I don't think I quite understand what that means. Can you please explain what is Rail for the Valley?
Well, Barris, it's not well known, but we have an existing interurban rail line which runs from Vancouver to Chilliwack. It's been in place for 100 years, and for 50 of those years we had passenger service between Vancouver and Chilliwack, serving the valley. Now it's used only for freight, but it's available for future passenger service again.
Well, it sounds really cool. So where does this rail line actually go then?
Well, I've got a map here.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's have a quick look at it.
As you can see, it runs from Chilliwack down through Yarrow to the border at Sumas, downtown Abbotsford, out through Mount Lehman, Radnor, Fort Langley, the middle of Langley, and on to connect to SkyTrain in Surrey at Scott Road.
Wow. Well, that sounds really cool. And so why is it not available now already? Why can't I just buy a ticket and get on?
Well, that's just it's just a struggle. That's all. There's lots to go into it, but it's not worth doing it at this time.
Sounds like a political thing.
Well, it is, but there's not. We're just asking for a study, for an honest study of the viability of this rail line. That's all.
Right. Okay.
Basically, the thing about this is that it's important to understand that it goes through the 6 cities, right through the center of it. So it's community rail. It also goes to the 4 or 5 universities within walking distance of most of them. So it's very practical. It beats the freeway hands down.
So it sounds like it's serving inter-urban kind of commuters,
yes.
like people that are in one part of the valley that want to go to another part of the valley. Maybe not so much going all the way to downtown Vancouver, because that sounds like it would take a while. How long would that take to get to downtown Vancouver from there? Starting at Chilliwack.
1.2 million people living south of the Fraser. And this would run 7 days a week, all day, every day, serving the communities south of the Fraser River with the connection to SkyTrain available. There are many opportunities for senior citizens, students, shoppers, tourists, part-time workers to use this to connect between these communities.
It's also ground level because it's on gravel. So it's roll on, roll off. It's accessible by anything and everything. Bikes, wheelchairs, scooters, you name it, you can put it on and off. There's no escalators, there's no stairs. It's just a rail line, that's all it is. Very cheap.
Okay, well, you say cheap, how much would it cost?
Well, our studies have indicated it's a little over $1 billion to get it going. And these studies have been done by professionals, and they're valid.
Well, it sounds like a lot of money. $1 billion sounds like a lot of money. How does that compare to other options?
Well, if you look at SkyTrain is 10 times more expensive. So for the $1 billion, you're getting this line from Surrey to Chilliwack. Whereas if you wait for SkyTrain another 20 years before they get the money, it's only going to go from downtown Surrey to Abbotsford. That's about all they can afford for 10 times the cost. It's just not a practical solution.
Well, and you said 20 years for SkyTrain. That's probably realistic. So I'm imagining that it's going to be less time to create this refurbished route. How long would it take roughly?
Oh, that basically, it's not going to take that long. It was built in 3 years in 1909 or 1903, sorry. So when you look at modern technology and everything else, you're dealing with gravel. That's all, right? So it's not like it's high tech. It's been done for what, a couple of 100 years. A train line, it's not a big deal.
Well, it sounds, and I know the route. I think it's a very lovely route. I think it's very, even for tourists, they would really like that. I'm on board, and I'm sure some of our viewers, at least some of them, are going to be on board with this. How do we make it happen? Help us help you. What do we need to do?
Well, what you have to do is email the Minister of Transportation, Claire Trevina, and it's very simple. It's minister.transportation@gov.bc.ca. Just give her an email saying, like, we want a study done that's an accurate study for this line.
Okay, and we've
Simple.
put that email on our screen so that viewers can do that easily. So
Well,
send her an email.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that this, we could have passenger service on this line almost immediately. It's already a line that's serviced and maintained.
So we wouldn't even need to go through this $1 billion
No.
spending before we could get people actually moving through there? Why is
Yeah.
that? How is
Yeah.
that?
That's correct. We could start immediately with slower speeds and less frequent trains. And the $1 billion would be for double tracking and level crossing.
For full service. Wow. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's kind of neat because you could actually do a test run even before
Yeah, that's
you
exactly
went through the
right.
expenditure. Well, that's wonderful, guys.
Yeah.
I really love hearing these types of options that are available for us for commuting in the future, and I applaud you on your idea and your passion about this. And I encourage viewers that are interested in seeing this happen to please email the minister, which the information we have at the bottom of the screen. And I thank you guys so much for being on the show, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.